Burton step-ons 2.0. Are they any good? Are they awesome? Are they worth buying? Can you send it? Do you stay locked in? And will I switch over to 100% step-on for the rest of the season? Well, my name is Tommie Bennett. I'm a snowboard coach, and I'm here to make you as awesome as possible, and that includes choosing the right gear. So throughout this video, I'm going to answer all of those questions. Woo! Oh, it's responsive. So already I can tell it's pretty responsive. I initiate pressure on my toe, and I can feel the board pretty quickly, which is kind of crazy. I definitely have this habit or this desire to strap the toes down. Not because they're loose, but because out of a habit, like 100% habit. Also, it's really hard to review a product when you have brand new boots, right? They're very stiff. They're not going to be the same flex pattern as they will be in a little bit. So that it definitely makes it a little bit more challenging. I'm going to do a nice little switch back one, and let's see if they fall off. Nope. Oh, that's good. I think I need to tighten my buckles a little bit more. Edge to edge is very responsive. Not enough where I'm like hooking and like getting caught, but it's quite responsive. So already I probably rode for about 2 minutes, and a couple things that I'm already feeling is that these bindings are extremely responsive. I make a toe side turn, and it seems like there's not a lot of wasted energy going into that turn. I press my shin against the front of my boot, and I feel the response of it almost immediately. Now, if that's the kind of style of riding you like, it's definitely favorable. I am so used to more of a looser setup to have a little bit more room for error, so it's just a little bit different. But if you're looking for that super responsiveness, it's really good. But one thing I noticed out of the get-go within that, and obviously we still got to further test it, is dang, it's silent. So if you guys know or have ever been on these or watched any videos and you hear the clicking thing, they've gotten rid of that. So good job, big props to Burton on that one. Obviously they really care about this product. They put a lot of effort into R&D. They're trying to make it as awesome as possible. So by all that feedback that you guys gave them, it's nice to see that they're implementing it. And that's really what Burton does, is they take that feedback, they test it, they change. So also, I did a switch back one, and the board did not fall off. So as a person who's used to riding straps and normal bindings, it just feels different. Not bad different, just different. All right, so I think we should get into some laid out carves, try to get some high performance carving in, and see if I can pop out of these things. All right, aggressive turns, here we go. No! Try nested. Woo! I kind of feel like it's tight. There we go. Just tighten the heel strap a little bit. No! All right, I'm gonna try this switch too. So I'm gonna do a nice little reverse carve. Try not to take out John real quick. Switch. Try not to take out a steer. Ooh, this feels good. Super responsive. No sound. As you saw there, we did some carves. I didn't fall out, and I was still able to have a lot of performance. So that's really nice. I'm so used to cranking the toe strap down. Here, I don't necessarily mind that there's not a toe strap, not a big deal. But I'm so used to that heel strap, cranking it down if I'm starting to get heel lift, or if I feel like my ankles are moving at all. They have this strap that goes over, trying to mimic the same thing. I feel like I needed to tighten that in. Not necessarily to hold my foot down, but hold my foot left and right and kind of squeeze it and give it a nice little hug a little bit more. So obviously, the more you ride them, you're gonna get tricks of the trade. You're gonna understand how to get out of them better. You're gonna understand that you need to tighten the bottom down and maybe keep the top loose, or vice versa. You're gonna find your own little system. But right out of the gate, I'm pretty impressed on how natural they feel. And that's obviously been something you may have seen in another video or you've heard before. They feel really good, and I'm not just saying that, like, they actually feel good. The next little task that I want to do is a toe-to-toe drill. Simply, you're going to do a toe side turn, pop a nice 180, land on an edge, and do another toe side turn, carve, and then do that back and forth. The reason I like this one is I can test the explosiveness, the responsiveness of taking off in a carve, landing in a carve, and getting a lot of torque in the bindings and trying to move them left, right, and twist them to see if there's any weird play. So this is a great way for me to test it, just to see, does it feel like my normal bindings? All right guys, for the test, we're gonna do toe to toes. I'm gonna start a little slow. Okay, here we go, toe side, turn one. Okay. You know, that's a little bit harder than I expected. A couple of the reasons could be always whether I have these or normal boots. Normal boots that are not broken in can be really challenging and hinder your performance regardless. If I cartwheel and fall out, that'd be kind of sick. Thank you. All right, I didn't fall out. Good start. So my boy Sean just had a wonderful question. What is the gnarliest thing and the most aggressive thing that you can do on these bindings without hitting a 100-foot jump? I think that's really like our kind of situation. So I think doing as many nose blocks and tail blocks as possible and seeing if we have any play and see if we can pop out of them. That's the challenge for right now. So we're gonna utilize this run to see if we can pop out of the binding. Now, just like that. Start with a tail press. 1, 2, 3. Well, I didn't pop out, dang it. All right, here we go. Toe-to-toes weren't bad. It's a little bit hard for me to dump my shin over my toes to really get that edge angle, simply because the boots are so stiff. Not necessarily that the bindings are weird, it's just the boots being stiff makes it really challenging to dump that edge. You know, one thing we haven't done yet is a moving spin test. Okay. Spray, revert, spray, revert, spray, revert. Oh, okay. The moment that you guys most likely are waiting for, am I gonna switch over 100% full time on the Burton Step-On version 2.0? And the answer is just gonna be no. I'm such a traditionalist. As I go into a big jump, I love the sound of ratcheting my feet down for the extra sense of confidence as I go into a jump. I just love the feeling of being able to tighten the bindings the way I want and the way it hugs my feet. I really enjoy that. Now, another big question you may have is, at the end of the day, who is this for? This is for anybody who wants to expedite the process of strapping in and going, whether it's a POW day, whether it's I have 2 hours on my break and I just want to go. Let's say you have a bad hip or a bad back and you can't bend down as easily. Well, now you literally just step up. Now when you strap in, you just step on them. To get out of them, of course, you're gonna have to bend over, but I don't necessarily need to sit down and bend over for a long period of time, which is super favorable. It's also somebody who's new to the sport, a beginner who wants to get better at snowboarding and not spend as much time strapping in and wants to go ride, definitely great for that person as well. So overall, I give these things a freaking great review. If you're one of those people that you think can really benefit from these bindings, by all means, there's gonna be a link in the description below to a site. I do get a little kickback, but no charge to you. So if you want to help support the channel and you're going to pick up these anyways, check out the link in the description below. And on that note, guys, I'm going to go keep playing and keep snowboarding because I am having a lot of fun and I got to return these to my boy Art tomorrow. Big shout out to Art for letting me borrow these things. Low key, I'm breaking his boots in for him. Savage. All right, guys, nothing but love. We out.